Time for our weekly segment now, The Brief, our collaboration with the LA Times. And this morning we are discussing, this is just an incredible story about identity theft.
Yeah, a local man spent 2 years in jail for a crime he didn't commit, and now the real culprit is finally behind bars. LA Times writer Brittny Mejia is joining us this morning with more. Good morning, Brittny.
Morning.
Yeah, so tell us more. This story sounded like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like it couldn't really happen. But tell us more about William Woods. Who is this man and how does he end up in jail for a crime he didn't commit?
Yeah, this is probably one of the more bizarre cases I've ever written about. William Woods is a man who had his identity stolen back in 1988. At the time he worked at a hot dog cart business in New Mexico with a man named Matthew Kierans. Kierans stole Woods' wallet, which had his social security, his birth certificate, and after 1988, Kierans got employment, insurance, a social security number, a driver's license, titles, loans, credit, all using William Woods' identity. He even paid taxes under William's name.
Wow.
Fast forward to 2019, William Woods goes to an LA branch where he lives. He lives here in LA. He goes to a branch of a bank and tells them, someone's using my name. They've accumulated a lot of debt. I want to close any accounts I have there. And he couldn't answer the security questions. The bank employee, ends up calling the number on the account. It belongs to Kierans.
Wow.
And Kierans is like, no one should have access, like in California. So the bank manager ends up calling the police on William Woods, and the LAPD ends up arresting him. And weirdly, I think in such a weird twist, William Woods gets charged under the name Matthew Kierans.
Oh.
Yeah, and he tries to tell everyone in court, I'm William Woods, and no one believes him. They think he's crazy, and they end up appointing a psychiatrist, and ultimately he spends 428 days in jail and 147 days in a psychiatric hosptal,
Wow.
all while actually being William Woods.
This is, as someone who has had their wallet stolen and then been a victim of identity theft, this is like the worst case scenario you could ever possibly think of.
It's worse than what you could have imagined would happen.
So tell us, please, I hope there's a happy ending. Where is William Woods today? What are his plans for the future?
Yeah, there definitely is. I think after William Woods got out of jail, he was pretty determined to get back his identity. He ends up kind of crusading to get it back, reports Matthew Kierans to the hospital, like where Matthew Kierans works, he reports it. Someone finally does a DNA test and determines, okay, yes, William Woods is really William Woods, which leads to the arrest of Matthew Kierans.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. And then now Woods is basically considering filing a lawsuit against the city of LA and is trying to get back on his feet. I mean, he's living in a van right now in Texas. And is just trying to figure out rebuilding his life at this point.
It just seems so unfair. I was just baffled at the lengths Kierans went to, because doesn't he have a child somewhere in here and give them the last name Woods as well?
Okay. Yes, yes. That was shocking. I mean, he gets married. His son has the last name Woods. Like,
absolutely insane.
There's so much to this story. I can't wait to dive more into it. Brittny, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And you can read this full article by scanning the QR code on your screen. You can also find all the information for the segment by going to our website, kcalnews.com.